You are live. Mute yourself. Unmute yourself. Yeah.
Namaskar. Is it on?
Press the button.
Namaskar. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share our work, which is related to radiobiological basis of radiation protection, which is need of the day in defense at least. You know about various eventualities, including Chernobyl, Fukushima disaster, where radiation-related issues played major role that affected all living beings on this planet, including human beings. And how this radiation affects, that is really challenging. Assessing biological effect of radiation is very challenging. A little bit. People are still working on those things. How they affect from molecular level or atomic level to the molecular level, from molecular level to the tissue or cellular level, then tissue level, from tissue to organ to that particular organism level. All these factors are equally important in relation to environment. When we take food, radioactivity is part of our life. Without radiation, evaluation is really difficult. So radiation comes from solar or from within the universe that plays major role in affecting us, as well as plays major role in development of that particular individual also. So my talk includes what is radiation, various accidents that happen on this planet, at the same time how radiation biology or radiation affects us, and how to protect ourselves from the radiation using various tools and technologies. So when we talk about radiation exposure or radiation exposure scenarios, the first and most important thing that need to be learned, what is radiation and how they affect us. When we grade radiation exposure to an individual or to living beings, and from beginning, how many disasters has happened, including Chernobyl disaster where 5.2 or 5,200 BQ exposure was there. It was huge. People were not able to survive at that complete zone which is available in Ukraine till in today's scenario, which people are not able to live in that particular. It is contaminated zone completely. And you know about Fukushima disaster also in Japan in 2011-12, where tsunami and accident happened in nuclear reactor, and because of that accident, various radioactive environment, it might have reached to various areas on this planet, including sea or soil or water, or that may come in our agriculture also. So all these accidents, and today scenario is very difficult to understand, like what is happening in Ukraine and Russia, and between various countries, the nuclear eventuality or use of nuclear weapon, one cannot say it can be used by any country. So we need to understand how radiation affects us and how to protect ourselves from this radiation, specifically by using radio or radiation detectors. So radiation if you look on this particular slide, when radiation or radioactivity entered or available in the environment, either the form of radioisotopes or gamma radiation, which is available or which comes out from nuclear accident or after using nuclear weapon, all these directly or indirectly reaches to all living beings, from agriculture or from water to animal, from animal to us, or from animal to other animal or higher organisms in the food cycle. Like I said, radiation is part of our life. Potassium. If you look on this slide, potassium availability or radioactive potassium availability in the nature. But in the market, it's all over our life, and how this radiation reaches to us and how they affect our body. Either it is of background radiation which is environment. Or some technical issue was there. So exposure from nuclear or artificial radiation, everybody ran after CT scan. That I want to for CT scan at what maximum from this. Now people okay, but going to city amount of one is not supposed to move to near for CT scan. So we need to be very careful from sources and keep ourselves protected or away from the radiation. So when we talk about radiation, as soon as our cells or atom is exposed to the radiation, what happened immediately? Excitation of that particular atom or rejection of electron from that particular atom, and thereafter release of energy. If that radiation is related to the biomolecule or atom is in our sleep, it may recover later with time or different extent of DNA damage. From damage DNA or from the mutation that may reach, be available in the that is not for long time. It's a normal. So radiation affects us negatively as well as evolution is part of radiation exposure. Now when we have double strand, it may be available for a long time if
Disconnect.
So radiation, like highlight radiation that is going to be discussed by Dr. Shweta Sanguri in to talk about radiation, low linear energy transfer radiation. So low linear energy transfer radiation or low rate radiation, they mainly cause damage by generation of free radical or indirect damage. So when a cell is exposed to the radiation, free radical translocation or transfer of electron across the inner mitochondrial membrane needs to be maintained. If this transfer disturbs and termination of electrons occurs within the electron transport chain of mitochondria, more free radical generation will be there. So what we assess mainly how mitochondria gets affected following radiation exposure and how to protect mitochondria to get best terms of availability of energy as well as increase in free radical generation, which is by free radical generation in case of gamma radiation or X-ray exposure.